Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who was accompanied by several cabinet ministers from his ODM side of the Grand Coalition government, addressed a rally at Mauche, Nakuru County, where he sought to convince the Kalenjin community to stick with the Orange Party, which they voted for overwhelmingly during the 2007 general election. Odinga, who now appears to have opted to directly engage the electorate, said that the government was still committed to ensuring that all Mau evictees are resettled by the beginning of next year. He said ODM would allocate more funds to women and the youth to enable them start income-generating projects to create job opportunities. The Prime Minister also asked Kenyans to turn up in large numbers and register as voters.
Ni chama ambayo inapigania usawa na haki ya wananchi wa Kenya wote.
Tunashikana pamoja kama wanachungwa, tunaenda sambamba na tunakwenda tunapiga kura pamoja. Kwa hivyo mimi ningependa kuwasihi mfanye hiyo, na mkifanya hiyo tutafaulu. Tukifaulu tutafanya yale yote ambayo sisi tulikuwa tumeahidia nyinyi. Mjue kwamba yote tulikuwa tumeweka tu akiba. Imebaki mpango hiyo yote. Tukishika utaona kama tunarudi kufanya kazi yale yote ambayo nataka tufanye.
And for the second day running, presidential aspirant on a United Democratic Forum party ticket, Musalia Mudavadi, pitched tent in the Rift Valley region, campaigning in Eldama Ravine and Baringo areas. Mudavadi promised to address the challenges of insecurity and youth unemployment, which he said pose a big threat to national stability and prosperity if elected the country's fourth president. Mudavadi said that a UDF government will increase investment in security and recruit more police officers to match the international standards of one police officer for every 450 people. He said UDF will provide free secondary education and equip youth polytechnics in every county.
Wewe fikiria unaweka mamlaka kwa mikono ya nani? Kwa mtu ambaye atakuhadaa, kwa mtu ambaye atakuwa na fujo, kwa mtu wa aina gani? Alafu toe uamuzi. Na mimi mniangalia vizuri. Mimi sina shida. Mkiona hii sura yangu mnababaika, are you afraid or are you happy? Kwa hivyo wewe fikiria, kwa sababu hautaki president ambaye unamuogopa.
Mheshimiwa anamuomba kura, mimi namuombea mheshimiwa kura. Ninaomba mwambie mheshimiwa Ruto fimbo ya mbali. Sasa sisi tuko hapa kando na nyinyi tumekaa na Moi miaka 24. Hatujamletea shida.
And in Nairobi County, TNA presidential aspirant Deputy Prime Minister Uhuru Kenyatta was at the Fungamano Hall meeting local leaders from Embu County in a bid to entice them into popularizing the TNA manifesto at the grassroots level. Kenyatta asked the leaders to preach peace during their campaigns, saying that Kenya was not ready to plunge into violence again, as witnessed after the 2007 elections. Kenyatta, who is working on a coalition with URP's presidential aspirant William Ruto, said that TNA was ready to take over government soon after President Kibaki retires from office.
Tumekuwa kwa TNA hii wakati yote. Na najua Mheshimiwa Mbora pia amekuja na watu wake ambao walikuwa kwa basi.
On March 4th, tumejitokeza sisi kama wana TNA kwa njia ya wingi, tupige kura ya amani na tuunde serikali siku on the 5th of March. Tumekuwa declared ya kwamba tumeunda nini?
Meanwhile, presidential aspirant on a United Republican Party ticket, William Ruto, continued with his vote-hunting mission in Moyale and Marsabit, holding an elders meeting before addressing several public rallies in Sololo. Ruto, who was accompanied by MPs allied to URP, promised that a URP government will ensure the marginalized areas are given priority by allocating more funding to their counties. Ruto also assured pastoralist communities that his government will initiate irrigation schemes in the areas and transform the economy of those regions to reduce their dependence on livestock.
Mwaka ujao lazima tubadilishe maisha ya wafugaji. Tuwapatie mbegu ya ng'ombe, ya mbuzi, ya kondoo, ya mimea ili wazalishe chakula, tubadilishe uchumi wa wafugaji, sura ya mfugaji tena
isiwe sura ya umaskini na njaa.
And after being away from the public limelight and resting his presidential campaigns for 2 weeks, the Restore and Build Kenya presidential aspirant, Professor James Ole Kiapi, was back on the campaign trail. Kiapi, who was at St. Michael's Primary School in Makadara constituency, Nairobi County, attending the school's prize-giving day, called upon the government to make the education policy-making process all-inclusive to accommodate all stakeholders. Kiapi called on the Minister for Education to include all sponsors, parents and other like-minded people in policy making to ensure that all decisions are acceptable to Kenyans.
Election fever is catching up with Kenya. The politicians are stressed, they're stressed up, and even the Kenyan voters are also getting stressed up. Everybody is getting stressed because of elections.
Kiapi dismissed any coalition formed with an agenda to sideline some communities and called on Kenyans to shun divisive leaders and instead elect visionary leaders. Chris Thairu, Citizen Weekend.